Day. Good morning. I'm Greg, and I'm going to talk to you about God's inability to do math. But before I do that, I want to tell you a story about a new friend of ours at the church that we were going to in the morning, which is the True Salvation Church. We met a young man on the first day that was a wonderful young man. He's the associate pastor's son, and his name is Toom. It was interesting because that first day, this associate pastor requested prayer, and Lee had prayed for him, and I had my hand on Lee's back when he was praying, and my thought was, I think Lee's going to pray for healing for this young man, but he didn't do that. He prayed for him. He prayed for his soul. This young man has cerebral palsy, which is a tough condition in Cambodia. He's in a wheelchair that had to have come out of China back in the 1930s, it looked like. It was in really bad condition, had no back, and for a seat, it had just wooden planks. His feet were drawn up under him, but it didn't matter. This young man, he was 20 years old, had a countenance like none other. In fact, each day that we would show up, I would kind of watch, and he was never there right off the bat, but about 5 or 10 minutes into us being there, he would appear. You'd see him coming down the road in a wheelchair, which was really difficult for him because of his inability to use his legs or his arms. But I would look at him and I would smile at him, and he would give me the biggest smile I have ever seen in my life. He was a beautiful young man. Well, as the week went on, I talked to him more and more, and he never understood a word I said, I don't think. He would wheel up and he would watch. It was funny because somebody made the comment that his mind is perfectly fine. It's just his body that's in trouble. And it just snapped on Monday night, and I thought, I'm going to talk to that young man every day. And so I would see his beaming face. I'd go over to him and reach out, and he would grab me by the arm. And I'd tell him all kinds of things that probably made no sense to him, but there was a connection there. He was my Christian brother. And as the week went on, I think everybody kind of saw the need of what needed to be done to the wheelchair, so with the help of the suggestions of my team, Aggie engineered that wheelchair, had Corinne's pillow under him and a back on that chair by the end of the last day that we were there. And he was such a blessing. And it reminded me that when a paralytic was brought to Jesus one time, and you'll remember this story, Jesus forgave him of his sins. And the religious leaders really got mad about it. And he said, well, what did you want me to do? Just heal his body? I mean, what really mattered was the man's soul. So his condition has nothing to do with his soul. God bless him. All right, on the multiplication thing. This was so impressive to me that I actually sent out a company-wide email detailing all the miracles that we had seen on this trip, which is going to be interesting when I get back to hear all the comments. We had noodles one day. There were 250 kids, and we kind of planned for 150 to 200 at the most, kids and adults. And we showed up one day, and we were inundated with kids. And if my numbers are right, we had 4 cases of noodles, which was 200. And these noodles are prepackaged. I mean, there's no doubt what you've got. And we're kind of looking at each other because we never wanted to give out something that everybody couldn't have. And Lee said, hand them out. So we opened the boxes, and Lee's jabbering like a monkey to God for us to have enough. I mean, and he's positive. He knows that we're going to have enough. So we started handing them out. And by the time we're through, we look, and out of those boxes, we still have a box and a half left. And we had fed all these people. It was... And that was God, and it happened over and over again. We serve a truly great God, and the hacky sacks that is on the list, I mean, they must have been multiplied because we had them coming out our ears by the time it was done. We want to honor God for the work that he did. Thank you.